Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Melanie, the Redheaded Homemaker. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen today. Let's talk Thanksgiving dessert. I know. You cooked all day. The last thing you want to think about is what am I going to make for dessert? I don't have time to throw together a pie. I'm going to show you 3 easy Thanksgiving desserts that you can throw together the day before or even 2 days before that are so easy and your family will love them. I'm going to be showing you a fruit cocktail kind of mix up that my mother-in-law showed me a long time ago, and I truly love it, and I serve it over one of the pudding cakes that you buy at the grocery store. You can make a pound cake. You can even buy the little shortbread cakes at the grocery store and top it with whipped cream. Everybody loves this dessert. I'm also going to be showing you a no-bake cheesecake that one of my friends showed me. And I put a little twist on it. Instead of using graham crackers for the crust, I use vanilla wafers. Oh, it's so good. And I'll show you that it's so easy to make. And then the third thing I'm going to show you how to make is a apple crisp. If you've got an abundance of apples, it's fall time, apples are everywhere, they're pretty cheap. I'm going to show you an apple crisp that you can throw together really easy the day of or even the day before and bake it the day of. But it's really easy to throw together. Just a couple of things, it's a couple ingredients. Each recipe I'm going to show you only requires a couple of ingredients. So let's get this going. The first thing I'm going to make is the fruit cocktail kind of knockoff that I put together. So I'm going to show you all the ingredients I put in for that. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you all 3 desserts together and what they look like. And I think your family will really enjoy this, and they may not even miss the pumpkin pie this year. So stay tuned and join me. And if you like this channel, The Redheaded Homemaker, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I really do enjoy making these videos for everyone. And the more subscribers I get, the more videos I can make. So please keep hitting the subscribe button and giving me the thumbs up. And I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, as I was saying, sorry you can't see me. It's either see me or not be able to see what's on here. Like I was saying, this is a really easy recipe to make. You only need 3 ingredients. You need 1 can of sliced peaches, and this is a 29-ounce can of sliced peaches. I could not find a large can of fruit cocktail, which is the 29-ounce can like this. My store didn't have them. And you can use any brand of fruit that you like. I just happened to get Del Monte. I got 2 15 and a quarter ounce cans of fruit cocktail, and you need 1 container. These are sliced strawberries in sugar that you get in the freezer department, and they're frozen. So if you're going to make this recipe, give yourself enough time to let your strawberries thaw out. Mine have been in the refrigerator for a couple days, so they're thawed out really good. So I'm just going to open all this up, and I'm going to pour it in a bowl and mix it all together. Very simple recipe. Everyone loves it. It's a great recipe also in the summertime to put over strawberry, the shortcakes that you can get at the grocery store. In the summertime, they have tons of them. So I'm just going to open this up. We're going to mix all this together. Now, when I do my peaches, I do cut them up a little bit just because they're so big. And you want to leave the juice. Don't drain any of the juice on any of it. You could use I know you can get the fruit cocktail, like the cherry fruit cocktail. You can use that. I just get the regular fruit cocktail. We're going to open this up really quick. Make sure you wipe your tops of your cans off also, because you don't know what's on there. I usually take a wet paper towel and wipe all mine off. I'm going to drain some of this juice, and I'm going to try to cut up some of these peaches in the can with a knife. You can go ahead and get the diced peaches if you can find them. I could not find them in my store in this big of a can, so I'm just using these peaches. They'll work fine. And if they don't all get mixed up, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to take a knife, and I'm just going to kind of run it through here like this. Trying to cut them up a little bit. Like I said, this recipe, this is the easiest one out of the 3 that I do. But the other 2, trust me, anybody can make them. Don't be intimidated. I hope you got to see my Thanksgiving dinner recipe video that I put together. See, not all of them are cut up, and that's fine. Alright, we're just going to put all that in there, and I'm going to get a spoon, and I'm going to stir this up. Now, I do recommend this setting overnight and let all these flavors marry together, but you can see it's a really pretty color. You got all that fruit, and this is great served over the pudding cake. Like I said, the little strawberry shortcake. things that you can get in the grocery store. You can even get one of the freezer, I think they're by Marie Callender's, the pound cake that you can slice. It would be good over that. Top it with some whipped cream. So good. Okay, I wanted to show you the cake that I got. It's a vanilla pudding cake. I got this at my local Kroger. It was $5.99. I think I had a $1 off coupon. Saved me from having to bake a cake close to Thanksgiving. If you wanted to, you could put this right here, your fruit, in a trifle dish and put it on a big platter. Slice this up around the trifle dish at the bottom and have you a bowl of the whipped topping. Pretty presentation. Such an easy dessert to make. You saw me, less than 5 minutes. Make sure you do give yourself enough time and put your strawberries in the refrigerator a couple days before, and that way your strawberries can go ahead and be thawing out. But that's recipe number 1, easy dessert. I'll be showing you the no-bake cheesecake next, so stay tuned for that one. All right, we're back. We got recipe number 2. Okay, so we've already done the one recipe, which was the fruit and the pudding cake with the Cool Whip on top. That was easy. Now this next one is a little bit more complicated, but just as easy. No, everybody can make this one. This is what I call a no-bake cheesecake. You don't have to cook anything but the crust. And the crust is really easy. I'm going to show you how to make that right now. We're going to take 60 vanilla wafers and we're going to crush them. However you can crush them, but you want them really, really fine. I don't know if you can see that or not. I have this machine right here, so I'm just going to use it. It don't take very long. Alright, I have that chopped up really fine. Let me get this out of the way. Alright. And you want to use 60 vanilla wafers. Now, if you're going to make this for a large crowd, I would go ahead and double this because you already got everything going. Let me get all that out. You want to make sure you get all that out of there. This is a really easy recipe also to make. All right, to 60 sticks of butter. Now I sound like Paula Deen. With 60 vanilla wafers, you're going to add 1/3 of a cup of melted butter. I've melted it in the microwave. Okay, and we're going to add 1/3 of a cup. A 1/4 of a cup of just regular granulated sugar. Now, I don't know how this would work if you used like a sugar substitute like stevia or something. I'm not really sure how that would work. But we're going to mix this up really good. Normally I just put it in my KitchenAid and I let it go, but it don't take but a minute to mix it up. And you know it's mixed up good when you pick it up and it stays together. Mine's not quite there yet. Oh, while I'm doing this, I wanted to talk to you about my apron. So I found this lady on Facebook. She's in one of my cooking groups, and she custom made this apron for me. And you do not know how excited I am about this apron. I don't know if you can see it very good. I'll try to get a better picture of it when I get done. I have the hardest time finding an apron to fit me because I'm a large-chested woman. And a lot of times the aprons, let me show you, they come to like right here. And then I get stuff all over my shirt. But this lady, let me get you her name. She was so sweet. She asked me what colors I wanted. And she'll make them any size. Her name is Pauletta. And I'll put her information down at the bottom. But the name of her group on Facebook is Favorite Things Gift Collection by Pauletta. And within, I think I put the order in maybe on one day during the week or maybe a weekend, and I had it within a week. I will tell you that. So sweet. Came in it. It was packaged very nicely. I highly recommend this. I love this apron. I asked for a pocket. She put a pocket on it. It's plenty long. It has ties in the back. When I get done with the cooking video, I'll model it for you so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, super nice lady. Check her out on Facebook. Her name is Pauletta, And her Facebook group again is Favorite Things Gift Collection by Pauletta. Check her out. I'm sure her prices are different. I won't give out her prices. I'll let her do that. But very reasonable. You're not going to go... I couldn't go to Walmart and buy an apron custom made for me for what I paid for this one. So I'll tell you, it was under $30 with shipping. So very reasonable, super sweet lady. She contacted me, wanted to make sure I like the colors and everything. She sent me a picture of it before she mailed it, and I love it. It's my favorite thing. I wear it every day now when I'm in the kitchen. All right, let me quit running my mouth. Let me get back to this crust. Okay. So like I said, you'll know when the crust is mixed up when you can pick it up and it'll hold together. It's kind of like, it's almost like when you're at the beach and you're playing with sand. But yeah, this is mixed up really good. All right, now I have the throwaway pans because y'all know I love my throwaway pans. I'm just gonna spray this pan with some Pam. Pan with Pam. I didn't mean to rhyme that. Oh, little tip: if you're spraying Pam, spray it over your sink so you don't get it on your floor. Okay, I'm just gonna pour this in this pan. I'll give you another little tip. I'm full of tips today. I'm gonna give you another little tip. Instead of using your hands to get in there and do it, which you can, I just use the back of a measuring cup. You can do it however, but you want to get in there and you want to pack it in. Just like so. We're going to bake this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Super simple crust to make. I love it. I'm not a big graham cracker fan. My husband likes the chocolate eclair cake with the graham crackers. Not a fan, but he likes them, so I make them. So we've got that in there. Really nice. And see what the measuring cup did? The measuring cup makes it really, really nice. Now I'm going to cook in my toaster oven just because I don't want to heat my kitchen up. I cannot believe it is the man, I cannot talk today. I cannot believe that it is November, just a week before Thanksgiving, and it is 68 degrees outside. But that's what it is here in Virginia. 68 degrees the Saturday before Thanksgiving. So I'm put this in the oven, 350, 10 to 15 minutes. Let me set this. And next I'm gonna set up everything so I can show you the filling for it. All right, so here's the filling for my no-bake cheesecake. The only thing you're really having to cut the oven on for is the crust. All right, we're gonna start off with 1 package of cream cheese softened, and you wanna make sure that it is softened. I'm typically not a big cream cheese fan, and that's why I don't like the cooked cheesecake, but this one I love. It is one of my favorites. All right, and we're gonna put in, let me put my thing on here. This is gonna get a little, well, I like to go ahead and get it going. I put in about a teaspoon of vanilla. You don't have to do this stuff, but I do. I think it just gives it a little something. And by the way, I make my own vanilla. This is just a bottle that I got at Sam's one time, and I just keep refilling it. But I do make my own vanilla right here. This is actually one I just refilled. But I put about 5.5 vanilla beans, maybe 6 vanilla beans in this jar. And you fill it up with vodka. Every now and then I'll come in and give it a shake. And in about 6 months, you've got homemade vanilla, and you can taste the difference. It is awesome. I have 2 bottles of these that I keep going at all times. So the other bottle is ready when I empty this bottle right here. And the reason I use this bottle is because it fits in my cabinet over the stove that I keep all my stuff in. But once that gets low, I'll empty that other bottle in there and I'll refill it with vodka. You can use vodka, bourbon, rum, any kind of liquor that will work. You can Google it, but yeah, I do make my own vanilla and I love it. So, and it's a lot cheaper than buying that, because I think this right here at Sam's is I want to say $21. And once you buy your vanilla beans, you can use your vanilla beans over and over and over for a long time. Once you tell it starts getting a little weak, Just throw in a couple more vanilla beans. But, all right, so I've got my package of cream cheese in my mixer. Sorry, I know I keep running my mouth. We're going to add a cup of powdered sugar. But I'm going to do this kind of slow because I don't want it to get everywhere. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm kind of just putting it in there. I just got my mixer on stir. So, let me drop this in the sink. I'm going to get my spatula. I'm going to scrape down my sides. Okay. Now, if you like it a little sweeter, add more powdered sugar. That's usually what I do. But the recipe calls for a cup, so for right now, I'll just put in a cup. All right, I've got this pretty good and mixed. Actually, I am going to give this a little taste just to make sure it has enough powdered sugar in it. Oh yeah, that's good. Sweet, and it has just a little bit of a tang. Really good. All right, I'm going to add some Cool Whip. So I'm going to add it says about 1.5 cups. I'm just going to empty this container. It just makes it fluffy. I'm going to say that was 1.5 cups. If not, it was close enough. Okay. Put that on again. All right, let me taste it one more time. Perfect, 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 perfect. All right, we're going to get that out of the oven in just a few minutes. I'm going to let it cool down really good, which I'll probably just set in the refrigerator and let it cool down. And then we're going to put this on top, and I'll show you the next step. All right, my crust has cooled down where you can touch it. It's not hot. And I'm going to take the cream cheese mixture with the Cool Whip and the brown powdered sugar, and I'm going to put it on top of the crust. Okay. Let me get a little spatula. Of course, I can never find anything when I need it. We're just going to smooth this out over that graham cracker crust the best we can. It's okay if you get some graham cracker in it. It's not going to hurt it. Like I said, if you're going to make this and you got a large crowd, I'm doing the cherry today, but I mean any kind of pie filling will work. So if you've already got the mixer and you're already chopping up the graham crackers, I mean the vanilla wafers, sorry, go ahead and make up a couple of them. Especially if you got to go like Thanksgiving dinner or something. It's a very easy dessert to make. Okay, I got that all spread out. Now I'm using country cherry pie filling, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna open this can up, if I can get the can opener to work. And we're going to pour this over the top of it. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit before I pour it, and that way it's kind of evenly just mixed up in there. Okay, and we're just going to pour it right on top. Get all that goodness out of there. Like I said, this is a really easy dessert to make. You can make a strawberry, you could make a blueberry, apple, whatever pie filling you like, you can make it. You could also make this, if you wanted to, individual ones. Get you like the little mini cupcake pan and put you some cupcake liners in there. I mean, if you really wanted to go all out. and do little individual ones in little cupcake pan, but I do this, and that is easy breezy dessert. That's dessert number 2. Then the next dessert will be an apple crisp, so stay tuned for that. Okay, we're down to the 3rd recipe, apple crisp. This is one of my husband's favorite desserts that I make, other than chocolate chip cookies, Monster bars, preacher cookies. Well, the list goes on and on. But anyways, apple crisp. It's really easy to throw together. You can throw it together about an hour and a half before your Thanksgiving dinner if you want to. Or you can even probably make it the day before, put it in the refrigerator, and then cook it the day of Thanksgiving. I think it'll be fine. First thing you're going to do is you're going to cut up 6 apples. I'm using Gala apples. You can use any kind of apples. Make sure they're on the larger side. Depending on how many people you're feeding, you might want to double this recipe. But I've already cut my apples up and I've rinsed them off. So I've got my 6 apples here. And I'm going to put it in the bowl. And I've got 2 tablespoons of just regular granulated sugar. We're going to put that in there. And we're going to put 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Okay. And we're going to mix that together really good. You might have to get in there with your hands and mix it up. And you can cut your apples up any way you want. I have the Pampered Chef thing that cuts them up, and they make them in larger chunks. You can slice them, you can cube them, however you want. You just want to get your apples coated really good. And I'm using my throwaway pan because I love my throwaway pans. So we got our apples all mixed up. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in my throwaway pan. Get all that in there. Okay. Now we're going to set this to the side and we're going to make the topping. So let me get my bowl. For the topping, you're going to need 3/4 cups of oatmeal. You can use quick oats or regular oats. And, I mean, you don't have to really... I'm going to use a little bit extra. Alright, and I got 3/4 cup of flour, just regular old all-purpose flour. I have 1 stick of butter that I've softened, and I have 1 cup of brown sugar. We're going to add all that in there together. And I'm going to cube up my butter just to make it mix in a little bit better. This is where you can use a pastry blender if you have one. I have one, but I don't know what I did with it. So I'm just going to use I'll just use a fork to get it going, and then I'll get in there with my hands. My hands are clean. I've washed them probably 100 times today already. So let's get our butter over in there. Now, the recipe doesn't call for cinnamon in the topping, but I like to put just a little bit cinnamon in my topping. You could put a little nutmeg in there also. That would make it good. But I'm just going to put just a little bit of cinnamon. Just maybe like 1/4 teaspoon. And then I'm going to get me a fork and start mixing it up. Like I said, if you have a pastry blender, I have one somewhere, I just don't know what to do with it. But you just want to get in there and mix it up really good. You want to break that butter up. And when you get it all mixed up and it's done, it'll feel like little peas. But you want to get in there and mix it up really, really good. Break up your butter. This might take just a few minutes, but it's well worth it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and start using my fingers. And I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing, but I'm just taking the butter and rolling it in my finger. You just want to get it all mixed up really, really good. I really want to say I hope everyone has a blessed Thanksgiving. I hope everyone's able to get with their families. I know this time of year is different than years in the past, but if you can get with your families, please do so, because you don't know how many more Thanksgivings your family's going to be able to get together. So if you can get together and make memories. It's not about the food, trust me. It's about the memories you make around the table. That's what I believe in. So I've got my butter all mixed in. Let me rinse my hands. We're just going to pour this on top of the apples. And then we're going to bake it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes. And all you're doing is checking to make sure your apples are done. So I'm just going to get my apples out in an even layer. I'm going to pour this on top. Okay. Get it on there. You want to make sure it's covered really good. Cover your apples. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the oven, 350, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how thick your apples are sliced. And I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Alright, so my crisp has been there for about 40 minutes, and I'm getting ready to take it out. I cooked mine in the toaster oven just because I didn't want to heat up the oven. So this is what it's going to look like when it comes out. I hope you can see that. And let me scoop out a little bit. You can serve this with some vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's our apple crisp. So easy to make. Let me show you the other 3 desserts all together. So we have our apple crisp that we made that was really easy. We have our no-bake cheesecake that was really easy to make with the cherry pie filling. You could use apple, blueberry, whatever kind of pie filling you like. And then this is our fruit with our pudding cake from Kroger or wherever you can get a pudding cake or even a pound cake with some whipped cream on top. So there are 3 Thanksgiving desserts that are so easy to make. They don't take any time at all, and it'll mix up your Thanksgiving dessert table a little bit, and it'll give you a little bit of variety. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do enjoy making them for you. Please hit the subscribe button at the bottom. Also, if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them for you. And I'll put a link to the ladies' information that made this wonderful apron for me. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen, and I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving.